Vo, what are you doing? We just came back to the ship to help Hennix. There might be some survivors at the temple. Maybe Master Luke is... You didn't sense our teacher or anyone else. Neither did I. Normally the whole force sings with Master Skywalker's presence. We have to face facts, Ty. You heard what Ben said. He killed our master. We need to bring him to justice. Vo said, determined on vengeance. You don't know him. What Ben's had to deal with. I don't care what he said. He would never do this. Ben doesn't need to be hunted. He needs our help. Ty said, trying to convince Vo to reconsider. We're going after him. What happens when we catch up? That's up to Ben Solo, Vo declared. However, the statement did nothing to settle the disquiet of the coming storm that Ty felt. The Verity stayed close on Ben's tail, following him to his eventual destination. Suddenly, Ben's ship maneuvered 180 degrees and flew headlong towards the Verity and its crew. What is he doing? Ty asked. He's making an attack run. I'll take evasive action, Vo declared, her senses heightening as the presence of danger drew near. Evasive action? Ty said incredulously. Ben's father is one of the greatest pilots, and his uncle blew up the Death Star. We can't evade him. Realizing Ty was right, Vo grabbed the gun controls and fired at the oncoming ship. At Ben. Ben managed to evade the blast and deftly maneuvered his vessel to collide directly with the Verity's main blaster. This minor collision resulted in an explosion which disabled the main thrusters of the Verity. As Ben's ship sped away, the face of his mother entered into his mind. He was interrupted and brought back to his current state by the chirping of his protocol droid. You have not entered a destination, Master. Can I calculate a route for you? The protocol droid inquired. Perhaps you intend to visit home. It has been some time. I have a route to Hosnian Prime pre-calculated. Shall I enter it? The droid repeated. Ben paid no attention. Suddenly his mind was filled with the voice of Snoke. It happened, did it not? We both thought it might. The memory of tonight's violent encounter with Luke coming to the forefront of his mind. That fateful moment when their lightsabers crossed in real opposition for the first time. When Luke had truly betrayed him. When he had broken that trust and bond between master and apprentice. Skywalker feared you, your strength. He was always small. Crawling out of the wreckage, lightsaber in hand, Ben cried, Why? Why? He screamed, pointing his lightsaber at the temple as if it represented the betrayal of his master. Why did you do it? What? In an instant, a group of storm clouds materialized over the temple, and then lightning rained down from the heavens, causing a massive explosion. The force sent Ben flying back and ignited the temple in flames. Crawling to his knees, Ben gazed at the destruction of fire and debris that lay before him. Scattered amongst the debris were bodies, old and young, humanoid and alien, male and female, his friends, the people who trusted him. No! No! Ben cried, regret and agony filling the air. A second explosion in closer proximity to Ben sent him flying through the air once more. He lay there for what seemed like hours, and eventually pulled himself to his knees. I didn't want this. And you did not choose it, Ben, the voice of Snoke said, thundering through his mind. The Jedi did. Skywalker. Then suddenly Ben was back in the cockpit again, the repercussion of tonight's events finally sinking in. He could never go back, never go home. No, not Hosnian Prime, Ben said, responding to the droid. I'm going somewhere else. I don't believe it, Vo said, she and her crew floating in their dead ship in space. What? He took out our main engines. One shot. If he was even the tiniest bit off, we'd be hot vapor right now. I told you, Ben wouldn't hurt us. He's not a murderer, Ty said, refusing to believe what his friend had become. I just don't get it. He really was the prize student. I didn't always like him, but the Force is so strong in him. I'd have given anything to... It doesn't matter. The mission hasn't changed. We'll find him no matter where he goes, Ty said resolutely. Maybe we can track him through the Force. He casts a pretty long shadow. Just then, the cockpit door opened and Hennix came in, wincing and holding the wound in his side.
Just because we're Jedi doesn't mean it always has to be the bloody Force. Here,
he said, pressing on a switch on the control panel.
Ben has a temple droid on the Grimtosh. They send out an automatic transponder signal when they're off on a mission to find the ship if something goes wrong. Once I fix our blasted engines, getting right up off my deathbed to do it, thank you very much, we can find him easy,
Hennix said matter-of-factly. Should we call his mother? Tell her what's happening? Ty wondered aloud.
And say what exactly?
Hennix said rhetorically.
Hey, Senator Organa, Hennix here. Your brother supposedly tried to kill your son. But your son killed him instead, and now we're headed off to hunt him down.
Sure. We need to see this through. Learn the truth before we involve anyone else, Vo declared.
So?
For Master Skywalker. And for Ben. And the three set off in search of truth, understanding, revenge, and redemption.
Elsewhere.
Ben's ship approached a transparent biome that was encircled by metal rings at the poles and in the center. Ben guided his ship through the landing bay corridor and touched down.
My boy,
Snoke said, his arms open in a gesture of embrace. He stood at the base of a crumbling staircase, overgrown with vines, that ascended to a throne carved out of stone. Trees and vegetation flanking either side as if they were guards.
I'm so pleased you came to me,
Snoke said, as he pulled Ben into an embrace. As they pulled apart, Ben stared at Snoke. Snoke, look what Master Luke did to you, he said regretfully.
Never mind that, my young Ben, Snoke replied indifferently. Let us consider what he nearly did to you.
It doesn't matter, I killed him, Ben repeated, feeling that if he somehow said it out loud, it would sound more believable.
Do you think so?
Snoke asked unsuredly.
Luke Skywalker will not die easily, whenever or however it happens.
Easy? Easy? Ben asked rhetorically, tension bleeding into his voice. Nothing about this is easy, Snoke.
Of course, my boy. I meant no offense. Let us put Skywalker aside for now. He has stolen too much of your life as it is. Tell me, now that you are finally free, what will you do?
Ben stared at the ground and then looked at Snoke. I've been thinking about the Knights of Ren.
Wow.